Welcome to Speaking Holistically, the podcast that explores the power of alternative medicine, natural healing, and homeopathic solutions to help you achieve true wellness. Each week, Dr. Jen and Amy G dive into the world of holistic health, discussing researched, time-tested remedies with expert insights from Dr. Jen, as well as real-life stories from patients to empower you to take charge of your health. So if you're ready to embrace a more natural path to wellness, let's start speaking holistically, because true healing begins from within. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Speaking Holistically. I'm your co-host, Amy G. I'm here with my amazing co-host, Dr. Jen, and we have a special guest today. We have a patient story from Jen. So Jen is joining us today to tell us not only her patient story, but she also has a product she's going to share with us. So very exciting. Jen, I always love to hear how people met Dr. Jen and what health issues she solved for them. I told my story in the first episode of our podcast. So how did you first hear about Jen?
I was fortunate enough to have a pediatrician that had no ego problems, and my son was only 3 months old and had terrible food allergies. I was breastfeeding, and no matter what I ate, he had rashes everywhere. And he finally said, I can't help you with this. You need to go see my doctor. She can diagnose this. And it was Dr. Jen.
Wow.
So we went, and I just immediately trusted her. I let her adjust my 3-month-old baby. And she's like, you need to be adjusted. She adjusted me, and it was like unbelievable. The neck adjustment like really needed to be done. And I had seen chiropractors before, but I don't think I have to tell any of her patients that there's nobody like her. So she's helped us with, I can't even tell you how many things over the years, but it's been 18 years and my son has never had a pharmaceutical thanks to her.
Oh my God, that's amazing. I love stories like that. That is the best. Yeah. There's nothing, I haven't been able to, I tell people I have not been able to stump her yet.
So, and
You
then
can't stop her.
Jen still utilizes, she moved out of California, and so she doesn't live in Tennessee. So she still utilizes like telehealth calls, and we connect and go through things. And if something comes up, then I can hopefully refer her to the right modality physician, whatever she needs. And she has flown to see me a couple of times for sure. But I've taken care of her son since he was itty bitty, and now he's an adult. So that's a little weird considering I feel like I'm 24. So, I'm clearly not. But Jen actually has an amazing product that she has formulated, and it's called O3 Elixirs. And there's very few things out there that I think is healthy and clean and unique. And so, Jen, if you want to share a little bit more about that, or a lot more about it, that would be great. I'll kind of segue into that for you.
Okay, well, I have an equine business, and I grow hydroponic barley grass for horses. And I'm in Florida, and it's very seasonal. So everybody's here from September, then it builds and gets busiest from December through March. And then people start leaving April and May. And I wanted to come up with a product that they could take with them that would help support the horse's guts. And it was actually Jen that said they need an omega oil. And I had the idea of camelina oil. And I said, what if I ozonate it? And she said, yes. So it started with that. And I was doing it for about a year. And then one of my sponsored Olympic riders decided to put it on her horse's scar topically. And the hair started growing back in 2 days. And she said, have you ever put this on your skin? And I said, no. So we started doing that. And it was kind of mind blowing. Within 3 days, you notice a huge difference. So her and I partnered to start O3 Elixirs. And of course, we ran the formulations by Jen, adding things to the ozonated camelina oil, which is of course organic. And so the face oil, which is this bottle here, has bergamot, carbon 60, which is something I've used for years on and off, and the ozonated camelina oil. And it's terrific. It smells clean. It smells fresh. Against Jen's will, I used to get Botox. And I'm almost 55. I haven't had Botox in almost 2 years. And I literally
You don't look anywhere close to 55, I'll tell you that much.
She doesn't act it either.
I feel it.
I would never have
I
guessed
feel it though.
I
But the oil is really all I use on my face. That's it, morning and night. And then we have other products, of course, like that we made for the hair. We put rosemary oil instead of bergamot, and I use it in my hair to style it. I did just 3 drops, and I have a lot of hair, but literally all I needed was 3 drops. It's an incredible before you shower treatment. If you have dry hair, just like putting as much as you want liberally, applying it, roots, it's great for the scalp, rub it in the scalp and let it sit for an hour or 2. And I have so many people telling me that it's completely fixed their dry, fried hair.
Is it too heavy on fine hair?
It's great if you use it as a pre-wash. And then if you had fine hair, I'd start with just 1 drop, because literally a little goes a long way. It's very, it's a dry oil, but it's very efficacious. The ozone drives it, makes it more absorbable, just increases everything, all the benefits in it.
Oh,
When
interesting.
she first told me it was a dry oil, I'm like, what does that mean? Because that doesn't mean anything to me. Like, I'm thinking a dry shampoo. Like, I don't want something that's like poof, like I didn't know, like, do you dry it out? What does that mean? So I have been using the O3 Elixir, and I'm thrilled with it, because not that I wear makeup, but it literally, you put it on and there's no grease. There's no grease to it. So if I wore
no grease.
No, if I wore makeup, I could literally put my makeup on immediately after and it would be fine.
Whoa.
Yeah, so I have it on and I have makeup on over it, and the makeup goes on incredibly smooth. It makes the makeup look better.
It does. I mean, it does, because I've used it on my mom. My mom is visiting, and I was like, hey, let's try this on your face. And so she's had some issues with her skin lately, and she's been here 4 days, and there is a significant difference with what we've been doing with her since she arrived. And she can literally put her makeup on immediately after, and it's not greasy. She doesn't look shiny like it normally would. So it's crazy at how much it has impacted my skin since I've been using it, and other people as well. A lot of the women in my office are using it for their faces, and they're like, holy cow, I love this stuff. I can just put my makeup on immediately after. So, and you don't need a ton of it. That's the thing. A little bit goes a long way. But with it oxygenated, it literally is just, it's like getting sucked right in. It's completely bioavailable.
Yeah. Rapid cell turnover. People that are sunburnt put the body oil on, like little kids that are lobster red, and it's gone by the next day and they don't peel. People that burn themselves cooking and put the oil on, and like the sting is gone in 20 minutes. We've heard people that have had psoriasis patch for years, and in 3 days it's gone. New scars, evidently, I've been told. My hairstylist has been using it, and she has a tummy tuck scar that's relatively new, and she's been putting it on there, and it's going away.
Wow. So Jen, tell us the other products that you have. You have the face oil, which comes
We have the face. We have a 1 ounce size,
Okay.
which is $77. And then we have a travel size, which is also like a trial size if you want to try it, which is $37. The hair is a 2 ounce bottle, and that is $87. And we also have a travel size in that bottle for $37. And then we have a 4 ounce bottle of the body oil, and the body oil, you can just get like a regular no scent, or you can get a vanilla scent or a citrus scent. And again, these are all organic essential oils. There's nothing non-organic in these. And the body oil, we also have the travel size. The large size is 97. The travel size is 37. Then we have a 1 ounce tinted face, which has cacao and zinc. So it offers some SPF, not sure how much because we haven't had it tested. And we put vanilla in that one. That one is so good. And we have a lip oil, and we have a couple of scents that are in roller bottles that we came out with.
So with the cacao, does that give you like a bronzed look? Is that what it does?
It does. It's a tint. Like it's a little bit. It's not a lot. For me, I don't really wear it alone. I put makeup over it, but you can put your makeup over it either way. It's nice. Okay. If you want a little SPF coverage. We're running a 25% off Memorial Day sale.
Oh. Nice.
currently active. That's currently active.
Shen's like,
Yeah, I'm like, sign me up for that. So yeah, no, the product really is amazing. And like I said, I have a hard time with a lot of the things out there. And my rule of thumb is usually 5 ingredients or less. If there's more than that, it's because they have to add it to make it stable or whatever they have to do to it and to make it taste good, whatever. So this product, I was impressed when I got my first bottle. I thought, okay, well, let's see how this turns out. And when she said dry oil, like I said, I was like, I don't even know what that means. And so I put it on and I thought instantly, it wasn't like I had to wait 10 minutes. It was instantly.
It absorbs.
that's amazing. How long have you had this line, Jen?
A year.
A year. For everything. You've had all the products.
For O3 Elixirs, yes. The horse oil was 2 years ago? 2 years ago.
I think it's amazing, like the pivot from that where the woman said, have you tried putting this on your skin? And that like kind of opened up the whole, your whole world.
Right.
Like, wow,
Well, now the equine oil is being recommended by vets as a topical oil because horses sometimes get bumps and scratches on their legs, and this gets rid of it like in a day.
God, that's
in a day.
Incredible. That's amazing.
Well, the hyperoxygenated aspect of it, oxygen, that's why we have blood that goes to sprained ankles, is to bring more nutrients and more oxygen to that area to help it heal. So it makes total sense. But
yeah,
Jen's done the fodder and stuff. She grows it every single day, and they deliver it to horses down there in Florida, and then the oil to them. And I mean, you can see the difference. She sent me pictures before and after with Whole Foods. I mean, that's really what it is. I mean, you feeding your horse old hay, or you feeding them new grass that was literally 5 days old. It's like, it makes a huge difference in their coats. You should see it. I mean, and I'm not a veterinarian or an equine professional whatsoever. And even to my untrained eye, I'm thinking, holy cow, that's a huge, huge, huge difference. So
huge difference. And then when I started doing the oil, you would think because of the huge drastic change in some of these horses that get the grass when they start the grass, that they couldn't possibly look better. But then when I started doing the oil, I just couldn't believe it. Like, it darkens their coat to this rich color, probably what their color's supposed to be, right? And they just look, I mean, people literally tell me that their horse looks moisturized from the inside out. They seem more moisturized. I've never heard somebody tell me that a horse is moisturized. But that's like the oil creates it's extra hydrating.
Wow.
And she's giving those horses it for oral consumption. So not just topically, but also
not topically, yeah.
Oh, inside and out then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's an omega. There's tons of vitamin E, which I think is also one of the big drivers of the product, which makes it so good for skin, because vitamin E is great for skin, right? Mm-hmm. And then also the carbon 60, which is a master antioxidant that's over 170 times stronger than vitamin C.
Whoa.
So along with the ozonated process, there's those nutrients in there. So
yeah. Oh my gosh. Wow.
So I was going to say, most of us have never even heard of camelina oil. Most of us are like avocado oil, jojoba, coconut,
almond oil. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And Jen pulls out camelina, and so, I mean, really the whole thing it's a really impressive product for sure. So
it's an ancient oil.
And it surprised me. And really what caught my eye was how much I could see the difference in those horses. And I thought, well, geez, if it can do that, let's see what it can do for my skin. Because unlike Jen, I will not ever do Botox or anything like that. So I'm like, whatever I get, I have to take care of and make sure that this is what I'm going to do. So her product is definitely, I mean, I don't mind growing older. I just don't want to get old and look like a raisinette. You know what I mean? Yeah. So so her product is definitely impressive for sure.
Yeah, your skin looks great.
Yeah, her skin does look amazing. So Jen, what is your website to find all these products?
It's www.o3elixirs.com. O as in the letter O, not 0, because O3 is obviously the formula for ozone.
Yes. Wonderful. I'm excited. I'm going to order some of this. I'm like, I'm for my skin. That sounds incredible.
Well, and with it on sale right now, I'm like,
I know.
I'm just finding this out now. I'm like, let's do
The
it.
code is Memorial 25.
Okay.
Promo code Memorial 25. Okay, so we'll put the website and the promo code for the sale in the show notes, and hopefully people can take advantage of this because I can't wait. I can't wait to put this stuff on my skin. This sounds incredible. So, well, this is fascinating. I'm taking mental note of the website and the promo code so that I can go order this oil for my skin.
Who doesn't want a good sale, right? 25%
I know.
off.
I mean, that's a lot. That's a lot. Usually you're 15, you get 15, 10. That's that's a really good discount. So, and it's a great opportunity for people if they want to try it out, right? You've even got some more sizes in there. So yeah, we'll definitely put all that information in the show notes. And Jen, thank you so much for joining us today and educating us on this. I had not talked to Jen about this miracle elixir before, so I'm just learning about it with our listeners. And yeah, it sounds amazing. So thank you for joining us today and educating us. Really appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
And thanks everybody for listening. If you haven't joined our school community before, we'll put the link in the show notes. You can also follow us on Facebook, Instagram, or subscribe to our YouTube channel. Until next time, everybody. Bye-bye. That wraps up another episode of Speaking Holistically. Thank you for listening. We hope today's conversation gave you new insights and inspiration to take charge of your health. If you enjoyed this episode and want to hear more, be sure and join the Speaking Holistically school community by clicking the link in the show notes. There, you'll get access to daily podcast episodes, weekly live Q&As, educational content, and so much more. You can also connect with us on our Facebook page, follow us on Instagram, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Until next time, be well, stay curious, and keep speaking holistically.